Hi, this is A. Wesley. That ain't who tells it like a TI is. If you like my video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. I'm going to talk to you today about the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 17, Grand Dam Finale. It started off with Ashley taking her little son Dean to a pizza restaurant. At first, he acted like he didn't want to go, and then she told him she was going to go take him to get pizza, and then they decided to sit down, and then the waitress came over, and then she told the waitress that she wanted to have him pizza and stuff, and she was telling him telling her son that the big old house that they were living in, that they were going to be in, that's going to be Dean's house now. Dean's house. They said, okay, well, that's going to be my house. And then after that, Ashley decided to FaceTime her mom, and she told her mom that they finally bought the house, her and Michael together with the LLC, and her mama was looking kind of funny on the phone and said, you finally bought the house, you finally found your house. I thought you were going to get the house to yourself. She said, oh no, Mama, I told you about the LLC, that me and Michael get the house in the LLC. She said, are you sure that's going to be your house, or is it going to be Michael's house? She said, no, Michael's just going to help me pay on the mortgage, but the house is going to be in my name, it's going to be my house. And then Ashley's mama said, well, okay. And then she said, well, I got to go, Mama. And she said, okay. So they hung up the phone, and it switched to the next scene. And the next scene was Candiace with her sister in the kitchen, and they was talking about her event for a video party, and she was saying, well, yeah, I'm glad I finally got the dance moves down. I've been really practicing. She said, oh yeah, well, I'm ready for your event. I'm so happy. She said, I'm happy for my event too. She said, let me go up in here and work some more on this, and I'll be right back. I'll get right back to you. And it switched to the next scene. And then the next scene after that was when Robin parents came over to visit, and so Robin's mother said, I don't like you got all them drapes all over the floor. So like she said, I'm gonna pick them up, Mom. I just put that there temporarily. We trying to get settled in. We just moved in. We trying to get settled in. She said, yeah, okay. She said, what's going on with your marriage plans? And she said, well, like I said, Mom, it's gonna be family and friends. Our cousins and stuff like that, family and friends. She said, why come I wasn't invited to the wedding? She said, well, like I told you, it's just gonna be me, one, and the boys, and we're gonna get married in Jamaica. We're gonna get married in Jamaica. After our cousins' wedding. She said, okay, but like I said, it's very strange for you not to invite me. I wanted to come. She said, but nah, we just wanted to have a little private wedding. She said, okay, and then it switched to the next scene, and the next scene was Karen. FaceTiming Mia, and she asked Mia how is she doing, and Mia said, I'm doing fine, I'm doing all right now. I said, what you mean you doing all right now? She said, well, after the party I got a little bit sick, I ate some chicken. And then Karen said, then I'm gonna tell y'all need to let that dirty bird go. That dirty bird is gonna mess you up. She said, yeah, I know. She said, what about the party? She said the party was good, but it was wild. She said, oh, okay. And then so Mia said, well, Karen, what it was, Charrisse was talking about you, at the bachelorette party. And Karen said, I wasn't even there. Y'all keep talking about me. She said, yeah, she's talking about you. And she said, what did she say? She said, Clarice said that you cheated on Ray, with a blue-eyed man, and that you would sleep with anybody walking. And she said, huh, what? Charrisse said that about me? She said, yeah. And she said, Mia, did you take up for me? Mia said, well, no, I didn't. She said, oh, okay, I see. And then the phone hung up. And then the next scene was with Gizelle and her daughters going to the ice cream shop. And so Gizelle got the girls to pick out some ice cream, and they sat down. And she said, "Girls, I got something I want to talk to you about." And she said, "What is?" She said, and they said, "What is it about going on?" They said, "Now I haven't." She said, "Now I haven't went on a date with him in a couple of weeks." I think the man name was Simon or Jimmy or somebody. I can't remember his name. But anyway, she was saying, "Well, girls, you know, I told y'all I had some stuff going on down in my lady parts. I had some fibroids, and I gotta have surgery to get them taken out." And then so one of her daughters said, "How you gonna use the bathroom?" And then the older daughter, I can't think of the older daughter's name, told her she could still do that. It had something to do with her lady parts. And then she said, oh, and then the other two twins caught on to what the older girl was trying to tell them. She said, "I just wanted to let y'all know that, And then a confessional, Gizelle was saying, "Ooh. I don't know what they teaching these kids at school, but they must not be teaching them about. They must not be teaching them about the reproductive organs of a lady's body and stuff like that." And then after that, oh, let me get some water. Okay, I'm back, and the next scene was when Wendy FaceTimed Karen and asked her what she was doing, and Karen said, "Well, I'm getting ready for the event." She said, "Yeah, I'm getting ready for the event too." And she said, Wendy, I FaceTime Mia, and Mia told me what happened after the party. Said y'all had a good time and it was wild and everything. And then, but she also told me that Charrisse was talking about me. And stuff like that, and I said, "Did you take up for me, Ashley? Did you take up for me, Mia?" And Mia said no to me, and then Karen said, "That's what Mia said to me." She said no, she didn't take up for me. And then Wendy said, "Well, let me jump in here. Let Professor Wendy jump in here." And she said, "You can tell when somebody is really your friend. You can tell when somebody is really your friend when they're something about when they're silent. Oh yeah, you can tell how a person feel about you when they're silent." And then Karen said, "Ooh," about you when they're silent. And then Karen said, "Ooh. That's a word." She said, "Yeah, for Professor Wendy." Next thing you know, switch to the next scene. Everybody was arriving at the party and stuff, and they had all kind of friends, and they showed Candiace shaking hands with the Jasmine brand. You know, that's a famous black blog. But anyway, and so Gizelle was the first one to arrive. And then after she got there, she started, speaking to some of the guests that were there and stuff like that. And then she spotted Chris sitting over there talking to one of the guests too. And she gonna walk over there while she was passing by, going by, "How Chris, how you doing? Chris never looked at her. He just ignored her and kept on talking to the woman. She looked kind of funny and said, "Oh well." Then she went in there in the room and she hugged Candiace. She told Candiace everything was all right and stuff. And I think after that, Wendy and her husband came up. And then after that, I think after that it was G and Mia, and then after that it was Karen and Ray, and so they were all in the room together, and they all was hugging and talking and stuff like that, and then Gizelle gonna walk up to Ray and Karen and say, "Karen, did Mia tell you about what happened at the party and stuff?" She said, "Well, Mia told me some stuff about the party, but she just told me some stuff. That was it." She said, "Did she tell you that she called you a prostitute?" And then Shady Production showed what she said. She did not call that woman a prostitute. Gizelle, you are so messy. You've been messy the whole season, you and Ashley and stuff. And then want to tell a lie on somebody, and then try to wiggle your way out of it and hide behind other people. And so she said, no, she didn't tell me that. She didn't tell me that she called me that. She just really called me that. She said, yeah. And so next thing you know, Mia kind of overheard what she was. Mia kind of Mia kind of overheard what she said, and Mia said, "No, I didn't say that like that. I didn't say that like that." She said, Charrisse said that you. I was going by what you said. She said Charrisse said that you would sleep with anybody walking, and that you did cheat on Ray. You did cheat on Ray with a blue-eyed guy and stuff like that. And she said, I asked the question. And I said, "Is Karen a prostitute?" And then Karen said, "No." She said, "I'm not going to dignify this with an answer." She said, "I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to think about it. I'm not going to do this." And then Charrisse walked up there and said, "Well, you did do that, Karen. That was you." She said, "Charrisse, what are you doing in my space? What are you doing here anyway? Get out of my space." And then so she wouldn't leave, and Charrisse was trying to argue and get a moment with Karen. Karen politely turned around and said, "Ray, let's go. And then so Ray said, "Huh, we finna go." And then so after that part, Candiace came over and she said, "Anybody gonna introduce me?" She told her manager that, and then the manager went to the table and got a guy, and this guy came up to the stand. He said, and he introduced Candiace, and then Candiace said that she thanked her management for the video. She thanked Trina because she said Trina couldn't be there because Trina had something going on, and then she said she thanked her mama and the rest of her family, and then she talking about she loved Chris and she thanked Chris. Next thing you know, Chris was blowing her a kiss and stuff, and then they put the video on, and then so everybody said, "Ooh, we like the way you did the video, Candiace. It was good." And then in her confessional, Mia said, "Well, she did upgrade the budget because last time she had us, this time she had Trina, a rapper." And so next thing you know, they asked Gizelle the same thing. Gizelle said, "Well, I don't know because I missed the video. I don't know what happened in the video because I missed the video." You said, "Oh, you missed the video?" She said, "Yeah, I missed the video, but I'm happy. But I'm happy for everything that's going on with Candiace and stuff." And so it switched to the next scene, and then the next scene was when Ashley showed up, and she ran over there. Wendy started calling Wendy, hugging up on Wendy and stuff like that. And then she got at the table, and then they was all talking for a little bit at the table, and so they was talking at the table, and then Gizelle said, "Well, Karen said she finna leave." And then after that, Mia ran over there and said, "Karen, I want to talk to you right before you leave." And she said, I want to clear up things. She said, "Okay, Mia." She said, "Ray, could you give us a minute?" So Ray stepped to the side, and she said, "What is it?" She said, "I just want to let you know that I, like I said, I didn't call you no prostitute. I was just asking the question. I'm just going by what Charrisse was saying. What Charrisse was saying. Charrisse was saying that also that you slept with a waiter. You slept with a waiter at this restaurant, at this hotel, this famous restaurant." And she said, "I know that." She said, "I know that. I know the waiter. I know the head manager of the restaurant. None of that happened. Charrisse don't know what she's talking about." And like I said, Mia, I'm going to ignore it. I don't want to talk about this anymore. And he said, "Ray, come on, let's go." And then Mia said, "I just want to clear up." And Karen said, "I'm not talking about it." And then Karen left. And then Candiace said, "What's going on? What's going on?" And then Gizelle say, "Well, Karen leaving." And she said, "What y'all do to make Karen leave?" None of them didn't say nothing. And then Robin gonna say that's what she always do. That's what Karen always do. She wants to hide from the truth. And I'm looking at, girl, you hear the whole cheating scandal from everybody. So who you talking about can hide some truth? Robin is such a faker and and stuff like that, and such a hypocrite and stuff. She always want to talk about what Karen had. She had a whole cheating scandal. So I don't give Robin no credit. But anyway, back to the show, and so after that, she said, "Well, I'm going to congratulate everybody for staying here." And she got a little applause. And this is going to be Karen right here. Said Karen, I said, "No, this is going to be representing Karen, some kind of little bit of flower." And she said, "Karen, I'm glad you came to my thing." And then the Shady Production put a little picture beside the little purple flower of Karen. And then after that, And then after that, Ashley said, Candiace, I heard that I heard that Chris want to talk to me. I want to go over there. She said, no, Chris don't want to talk to you right here. Chris said he'll talk to you after the event. He said because he wants this event to be about me and I to have fun. She just rudely went around. Candiace and talking about Chris. I want to talk to you and stuff because I felt uncomfortable and stuff. And then Chris said, I don't want to talk about this right now. He said, do I want to talk? He said, she talking about, I felt uncomfortable. I thought that was wrong with you of a married man sliding into a woman DM. He said, Ashley, if that would have been the only problem that you felt uncomfortable or you thought I was wrong for sliding your DMs, that would have been okay. He said, but when you go around talking about I was grabbing people's butt and stuff and all kinds, he said, I ain't never did nothing like that. But he said, hey, Ashley, I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm walking away. I ain't going over there with you. And they had G standing there watching along with Eddie because they know how them women get on their show. Next thing you know, he walked off. Candiace walked behind her and she said, Chris, don't be worried about these women. Don't be worried about these miserable women that ain't got nothing to do. And then next thing you know, Ashley looked out funny. But I thought he said he wanted to work it out. He wanted to work it out and stuff. And I was saying, girl, you know, Candiace just told you that wasn't the time. And then right after that, they were saying that what you call is taking more in her health and cutting back on her work, Wendy. And they were saying that Candiace was going on a small tour after the re-release of a deluxe album. They said that Ashley finally got a house and her and what you call in LLC, and then they finally said about Robert and Ron got married. They showed little clips of their pictures and stuff, and that's when the show ended. Like I said, all in all, the season finale was good. The whole show has been good for a season. My next video will be about the first part of the reunion. This is A. Wesley. That ain't even tells it like a T.I. is. I am out.